Hi friends! How are we doing on this wonderful Friday? I promised you a stream, and honestly, wait on, I'm gonna find the person who commented that is like the reason that I'm actually doing a stream today. By the way, I hope you can hear me. Say hi in the chat if you can. Where is it? Damn it, now I don't remember where it was. Maybe it was on a YouTube comment? Anyway, someone commented, looking forward to seeing this stream today, and I was like, fuck, I did promise that, didn't I? So now we're doing it. Oh, here we go. Dylan! It was Dylan who was here last time. So Dylan, if you are watching, today we are streaming because you were like, looking forward to your stream today. Okay, let me get myself situated. Let's turn on some music. Okay, that should be playing now. Damn, I forgot before I started the stream to change the latency on it. Basically, there's like a huge delay on YouTube compared to Twitch between what I say in the chat. And I was not used to that last time, so I found it very confusing. But maybe this time, because I am more used to it, it will be less weird. But yeah. Hey, Brian, welcome. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, also if I like respond to something you say in the chat way later, either I didn't see it or it was the latency issue. But yeah, you should be hearing some music now. And if you haven't joined one of these streams before, because I used to stream on Twitch and now I'm here on YouTube for the design stuff, I think. I think it's going to be a thing we do going forward because it seemed to go well last time. This is a co-working stream, so basically I am going to share my screen in a sec and be working in Figma. This is my work day. It is nearly 1 p.m. On my work day, and there is a task I need to get done today, and basically you can watch me work on it. And when I say it like that, I'm like, why is anyone interested in this? But it is the kind of thing I'm interested in, so yeah, I think it's good. Okay, I am just getting my screen ready. Is this somewhat beginning friendly? Okay, so one thing I want to call out is this is not a tutorial, folks. I feel like on YouTube there's the expectation that like if I'm doing a stream, it's more like a webinar and I'm like actively teaching something. That's not the case. Sorry to disappoint you if that's why you showed up. I hope you will learn through it anyway from watching my process. But really this is a co-working stream. We're just hanging out together working. And you're seeing my screen as I do it. And you can be working on your own stuff. You can just be watching if you want, but I will not be actively teaching you throughout, if that makes sense. I feel like that is something that's another major difference between YouTube and Twitch, is that on Twitch that's common, and so people are kind of used to doing that, you know? But yeah. Did I tweet that I was doing this? I think I sent out a tweet. No, I can't remember. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you. I really like my background too. Normally there's cats hanging out in it, but right now they're hanging out like in front. Cool. I'm glad I could clarify for you, Igor. Igor? I'm not quite sure how to pronounce your name. Yes, I did do a tweet. Okay, good. I feel like I've done that. Okay, minimizing shit. Not out here trying to like show you my whole calendar, you know? Okay. Exactly. That's what I think too, that you can learn just from watching other people work. All right. Now we are seeing my desktop. I guess I can go full screen in Figma. So what we were working on last time, I can't remember the stage we got to together. I think it might have been this. Yeah, this was, I laid out this landing page based on a content doc that the team had provided me with. Since then, we've collaborated on some copy changes, some structure changes as well that we talked through, and this is the current design. So I've done something a little more interesting with these bullet lists here. I've also changed around the design so it's not quite so centered. If we go back. Yeah, not quite so centered anymore. Just means that we get into information a little bit faster. Whoops, not that one. This one. Also, the team really wanted to put in this section, which exists on a previous page. And so, yeah, I added that in for them. Basically, there was information that I didn't understand that this page was meant to be kind of like a communicate everything that you would need to know. I thought it was more further down the funnel than that. So, but it turns out it was kind of in between what I was thinking, and yeah. What else changed? Just some copy changes, adding in a headline here. Yeah. So we've still got some like content to come, but what I'm going to do today is lay out the tablet and, well, like vertical tablet, I guess, and mobile screen. I don't think that I should need to lay something out in between these two. I think we'll be fine, but we'll see as I go through. Thanks so much. That is a really kind compliment, saying that this design feels alive. I really like that too. I've been loving what we've been doing with the brand lately, bringing in these, you know, hand-drawn touches. Also, this is my font. This is grayscale. Always going to do a grayscale shout out in a stream. So you can check that out at charliemarie.com/font if you want it. Oh, also, one other thing I want to give a shout out to before we get into it is I just set up a tip jar. I'll paste a link into the chat. Wait, how can I do that? Will it copy and paste across my... Yeah, it will. Okay. This is a new thing that I've set up in ConvertKit. So if you like my content, feel compelled to leave a tip. You can do it here. You can do it in a super chat, which is especially helpful if you want your message to stand out, you know, in the feed once things get busier. But yeah, no pressure. Just watching is supporting and is very much appreciated anyway. But I just wanted to highlight it because I was excited about that feature. Okay, now let's get in to the thing. So as you can see, we have a design system where I have these screen sizes already set up and they kind of have guides on them already. Oh, this one looks old though. That's weird. Anyway, doesn't matter. Wait, have I pulled in the wrong one maybe? Ah, yes, I did. That looks to be more like the correct one. Although I'm not sure why it has a grid on it. So I just bring it in from the design system, the frame templates, and then I go to attach instance, and this becomes my frame that I'm working within. Fun times. Most text is left align on all. What is your thoughts from a design perspective? As I've been told to left align all text. There's no hard and fast rule about this. When text is more than a couple of lines, it's much more readable to have it align left, but like this, you can read it perfectly fine as centered. So it's, yeah. This one here is when we're getting on the edge of being too long, but overall, I feel like it works for the design to have it centered. And then this, it's not on a block itself, each of these, but you can kind of like, it's like an implied block, I guess. So it makes sense to have it left aligned and it works. Yeah, we're just gonna get into it. Work on your own stuff alongside me as I make some decisions, and please tell me in the chat what you're working on. I'm always super interested to learn that. Oh god, the cats are fighting. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Share! Wait on, we're just gonna go. Oh no, I think he's too far over. You won't be able to see him. Never mind. What's the Responsify plugin? I'm gonna Google that. Is this gonna do stuff for me? Let's try it out, huh? I'm interested to see what it does. Do I have to restart Figma? Probably. Oh no, it's there. Okay, so if I'm gonna like do a duplicate of this and test how it works. Let's see if I go tablet. What happens? Ah! Right, so I have to set the constraints. I mean, this is abstract art in a way, isn't it? Look at that. If you tried to lay this out, you probably wouldn't get to. This is super interesting. Okay. Yep, you can always watch replays of these on my channel after the stream ends. Currently redesigning your own website. Good on you. Making time with it, because you're right, that is hard to make time for. Bespoke WooCommerce site, nice. So we've got web design work happening across the board today. Also, I have a meeting in... Okay, I should probably stream for like 2 hours max because I need to eat lunch before a meeting. So remind me if I have not stopped streaming. For this, I think we will reduce the borders. And like... Oof, that's going to be quite small, isn't it? Breakpoints plugin? Okay, let me install that as well. This feels like it's something... Oh, it's by Brian Lovin. Nice. Okay. This one, I'm guessing? I'm going to install it. That looks like it's going to involve a lot of setup on my end, but it does definitely seem useful. Like, as we work on our design system, that should be something we work into it, right? I'm sure there's a plugin for bullet lists as well, right? Also, I've clearly not finished the part above yet either, but that's okay. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. How's your week gone? Like, overall, has it been a good week? I feel like for me, this has honestly been one of my most productive weeks in a long time. And I don't know if that's because I streamed or if that is just a nice side benefit, but I do really enjoy streaming while I get design work done. Has not been a good week for you, Irfan? I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, Sophia, you're right. I need to, like, this is one of those things where I think I was talking about it last time, where as I'm doing a like mid-fidelity mock-up. Actually, maybe we didn't talk about it on the stream. Maybe it was on a Design Life podcast recording I did with Fem that hasn't come out yet. But like, as I'm figuring out what I want things to be, I don't take the time to do auto layout and things like that because I just want to move fast. But now at this point, yeah, you're right. It would be great if we had auto layout set up. It would make a lot of things easier, but I didn't take the time to do that. Yeah. I got no excuse for you. It's just what I did. Now, I don't know what I want to do here. I would like to find a way to keep it left aligned. Okay, we might be able to do this. And can the text go in like this? We need a new image here so that the like truck comes in more? I don't know. Shameless plug. Was that Drew? Was that me referencing Design Life? Hey, you gotta be shameless in promoting your own things, huh? No one else is gonna do it. Oh, for grayscale. Nice. How long does it typically take to design a landing page? I feel like there is no typically because it greatly depends on the page itself. So far, I think I would say I've spent maybe 4 hours on this project, but I have, like, I had a lot of background insights already that led to it, you know, like I wasn't starting completely from scratch. A lot of these page elements existed elsewhere. Yeah, so I don't know if that actually does help answer the question or not. Maybe we want to shrink the font at the screen size. I don't know if that's in our design system though, so I feel kind of annoying doing that. But then at least I can, yeah. John, our design system right now is a little bit, well, not up to date. We'll say that. So some components come from a design system, but most don't at this point. Like the navigation's all set up in the system button as well. Yeah. Hey Dylan, welcome. I was saying at the very start of the stream that I'm streaming today because of you, because you left a comment on a video saying that you were looking forward to a stream today. At least I think it was you. It was Dylan spelled the same way as you, so unless we've got two Dylans. But yeah, I wasn't going to stream because I was like, it's a busy day, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And then you said, looking forward to seeing you stream, and I was like, okay, I got to do it. I did promise. So thank you for your comment. Ooh, now I should be able to grab this. What? Why can't I? Here we go. Did we? Oh. Okay, well at least I can grab the mobile and stuff. We didn't do a tablet mock-up. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying them. There should be another one coming out soon. I think they're working on editing it right now. Welcome, Lauren. Nice to have you here. What do we do right now on this page? Okay. So at this screen, just like that, okay. Yep, okay. So I'm stacking this and putting the thingies side by side. What's been done today? Dylan, quick catch up for you. And for anyone else who joined a little later, this was where we left it, I think, was here. I shared this with the team, we had a good chat. And now this is the design that I've ended up with. So we've made a few visual changes. I worked on this yesterday morning in fits and spurts. And we also added in this section that the team wanted. And yeah, now I am mocking up what these would look like on smaller screens to give to Corey to start building. Yeah, hopefully I can wrap up this project on my end today. At least the screen, like, mock-ups, even if I haven't done exporting and stuff like that. No, I don't use two monitors. I have my laptop in front of me with the chat open on it right now. I really want to get a second monitor, but my desk is very full, so there's no, like, room to put it at the moment, which is kind of annoying. So I don't quite know what to do about that. Can I just do that? There we go. I guess if these had been set up to respond, I would find it easier to make the change, right? Nope. Still not shrinking in. Oh, that's because it was the... Okay. I don't know, man. One day I will learn to use Autolayout, but today is not that day. You're all probably yelling at the screen right now. Nice. Good work, Dylan. This is cool, having like a stream at the start and the end of the week, especially when you're telling me what you got up to as well, because then I can keep up with what progress you've made on your work, which is cool. How does this work right now? Yeah, thought so. I don't think auto layout helps developers necessarily, at least not at ConvertKit. It doesn't. It definitely helps your designs when you have them set up in a way that like makes sense for you. Like if all these were like components, I guess, that I was editing right now that had been purposefully set up to be responsive as I'm laying out a design, it would make this part of the process much easier. That's why we need to get our design system in order, you know, so that things like auto layout are a help. But yeah, that hasn't been a priority. I nearly said the Spanish word for priority just then. That's really funny. Yeah, I think if the design, the like, you know, components in Figma were set up like with the idea that it matched the design system in the code in terms of flex CSS layouts, then that would be a really good use case for it. For now, do you like my draft headlines? Just get better tagging. New point? What do these do on mobile? They just stack. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know, Dylan. Do you think mine's looking messy or is it looking clean? Ah! I hate having to break all these, but it really is necessary. In fact, I'm just gonna do one and then I'm just gonna duplicate it and it'll be the example, and that's fine. What's the coffee? This is a just a cappuccino made with an espresso machine. I usually have 2 coffees a day. In the morning I make an AeroPress, and then in the afternoons I do an espresso, either an espresso shot or one with milk. Change auto layout direction? I don't think that would have helped because what I'm trying to copy is this here. In fact, this is broken, so I don't know why I'm trying to copy this here. I'm going to leave a note about this. I just noticed that. That got missed in our review, obviously. Oh well. Designing live. I think here, can I do the change direction here, I wonder? Boom. There we go. That's me actually trying to... Is this all connected? Yep, okay. Extend this. Brian, is the tight feeling, for me it comes from our side margins. They feel kind of tight at this point. But that is just built into the code, and like now is not the time to change that, so I will not be making that suggestion right now. Ooh, can I steal from our homepage? Did I already lay this out at this screen size? No. Interesting. This one I decided to do the mid screen size. A video about our grid configuration in Figma. Not a full video on it. And also it's a bit of a mess right now. It needs, I don't think it properly matches our code base right now. So yeah, that needs work. Next year, I think on my channel, like, is going to be the year of marketing site design system and, you know, sharing loads about the process for that as we go. Webflow is great for landing pages, but this is going to be a page that fits into our wider site, and our site is like a custom WordPress site. See, this I feel like needs to be the number aligned with the top and not the middle. Whatevs. Oh, nice. You get to build out a whole team around it. For me, it's going to be just me and our other designer, but that's okay. We got rid of these arrows on here, but we did not get rid of these. Nice. Well, we still only have the one dev who will be, yeah, still building the pages and the system stuff at the same time. Right now, Corey is working on, well, not right this second, I don't know what he's working on, but in general, at the moment, he's working on bringing the code base into a place where we can actually implement components and things with it. I think Nextjs is something I've heard him talk about doing. Because obviously that needs to be in place before we can actually reflect components in the system. Yeah, and in general we've moved from Bootstrap to using more Tailwind. That's just me saying some dev terms for you if that's interesting. Mentioned you're quite busy today, just a bunch of meetings or other projects. I've had one meeting this morning. What else did I do this morning? This morning I also did some like smaller, more like admin-y stuff, I guess. I'm looking at my list right now. And then this afternoon I am recording another interview for Inside Marketing Design. This one is going to be with the ECD at Dropbox, which I'm super excited about to have, like, you know, gotten in touch. Something I'm really proud of myself of for this season of Inside Marketing Design is my, like, the way that I did not give up when I was like, no, I want to have this company featured. And then I just tried everything I could to get in touch with the right people and, like, find someone who would be willing to come on and be interviewed and make it happen. Yeah, I love that I've taken this approach with it. And it should be a great episode. I'm looking forward to learning from Liz. And then coming up after Dropbox will be HelloSign, which Dropbox actually acquired HelloSign, and so but they, like, the creative director for HelloSign, associate creative director, I think is her title, is part of the Dropbox team, but works, like, focuses on HelloSign, if that makes sense. So yeah, we'll have those two back to back, which should be really cool to show both sides of that. This is absolutely not going to take as long as I thought it was going to, so maybe I'll have to try think of some other design work to do so that we can hang out longer. I mean, there's still the mobile to go, but still. I just feel like so far things are flowing fairly okay. I always love this song in the streaming playlist. Why did I extend that? I actually want to shrink it, don't I? Yeah, maybe we'll do some streams next year of the design system being built out. That could be fun. Why does this not feel centered? Is it because I'm looking at it off center? Like, is this just me, or does this not feel centered? I think maybe I'm seeing things. No, it's definitely not centered, is it? Because it's got the... There... Wait, no? Maybe? Not important! Stop fucking worrying about it. Okay. Okay, thank you for confirming, though, that I'm not going mad. Anyway, what did we do? How did we handle it on small screens? Yeah. Interesting. Okay, well, that's not ideal. I'm just going to screenshot these things to submit a ticket about later on. What else did I find? I think I already took a screenshot of it. Oh yeah, these things. Yeah, either we're all mad or it's not ideal. I think what needs to happen here actually is that, wait, this is not in the frame. This arrow changes. So that it can sit above, right? Thanks for subscribing, Coded Car. Okay, let's take a look at this, huh? Doesn't that look a little weird? Do you mean the arrow, Dylan? I wonder if this one would look better. Looks like it needs to be smaller. I think that arrow looks better. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Let's start on the small screen version. all these arrows and things is something we need to put in a design system. You know, like create a consistent set. Right now I feel like I'm drawing a new arrow a lot of the time. And then it's like the brush is a slightly different size or whatever. We need to just make a bunch and have them in the design system to pull from, instead of copying and pasting. Oh, something else. So the team gave me feedback that they wanted to make sure that the header on this page had a different color and image to this page here, because this is like a comparison page that goes into detail about the differences between MailChimp and ConvertKit, whereas this one here is like a more direct, okay, you've decided you want to switch, here's how you switch sort of page. So what I'm actually going to do is change the color of the background on this page and make it yellow, which will match with our features pages, the header color on them, because this page is about migrating and I want it to match the header on the migrations page, which is the pink. So yeah, I don't know why I felt like explaining that to you, but thought it might be interesting, I guess. Another design decision that I made. Okay, now here we are going to start. I don't think I'm going to center it still. I think it still looks good left aligned. But then we have this guy coming in from the side. Like, do we still want him to exist? Oh, I forgot that I put that over there. I'm like, do we want an image at all? Here's where I think I'm going to get out the Figma Mirror app on my phone. Although I have an iPhone mini now, so I forgot that that's probably going to be really annoying for reviewing designs. I don't know if, like, I feel like the mini is the best phone for me. I'm kind of slightly regrets. Not a whole lot. But just the battery life, and I mean, now I'm going to try preview a design. Yes, Emmy, that is totally the point. Of these streams. So I'm glad that that is happening for you. Why is it not letting me sign into my Google? Oi. Ah, shit. My Mac's gonna die. Where is my charger? I honestly have no idea. This is a problem. Can I charge my MacBook from my iMac? Hey? I don't know if it's going to charge it, but it might just keep it from going flat. Okay, now let's take a look at this on my phone. Figma Mirror app, what you up to? Let me, hang on, wait, if I go back to... Can you see what it's doing up there to the logo? That is very odd. Well. Maybe I feel like I want to have the image up the top, and that it should probably, I don't know. Yeah, definitely up the top. It's looking better. And even on my tiny phone, I can still see the call to action button up the top there, so that's good. Would we want to have a centered image? No, I do like it coming off the side. Still. Oh, you didn't see your... My bad. That's because this fucking YouTube stream is so delayed, I can't actually see what you're seeing. When I have a second monitor, I'll be able to have OBS open, I guess, and see what you're seeing. Just trust me that the logo looks fucked. Oops, didn't mean to have that on. I think that my footer component is the old one. Okay. How are we gonna do this? Hey Adrian, over there in Australia. What time is it in Australia right now? Must be like super late evening for you, because I know it's 1:22 in the morning for New Zealand. Figma versus XD. I have dabbled in XD but never seriously used it, so I can't really compare as far as design workflow goes, to be completely honest. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. A 10-minute video of the stream? I don't know. I have done that for one Twitch stream before, but to be honest, it is very expensive for me to pay my editor to edit down like a several-hour-long stream. Yeah, so that's why I haven't done it a lot more than that. What would be cool for this, I'm thinking, but like, I know it would add to the dev time, is if we sort of did a card situation where you could then swipe over and look at the differences between them. But I feel like that will really add a lot to the dev time, and I don't want to do that. I forgot we have our mobile size adjustments. Wow, that's amazing, Adrian. Did you just do it sped up? A 2-hour video to 4 minutes? Or did you, like, you know, do basically like game streamers do? That's what I did one time. It was for a Webflow video. Where basically like some was sped up, but most was like cutting out the important points. I'm just wanting to see what it would be like if I did have these side by side. Obviously I couldn't have the bullet points quite the same. Just exploring. We don't make judgments, okay, until we reach the end. Even out of ourselves. Okay, I don't think I can judge this until I put bullet points in proper places. I definitely leave the spacing stuff to the dev. We have like a system of spacing amounts, so Corey just uses his best judgment. What I want to do in our design system when we set it up, though, is something like the Help Scout team does. There's a video about this on my channel. I think it's called Help, I Need a Design System Update, something like that. And in it, there's a clip from the Help Scout Inside Marketing Design episode where Matt talks through the spacing system that they have, spacing components. So I think that that's what I would like to involve so that we can have, you know, a shared language between dev and design a bit better. But right now, for me, it's all just eyeballed, and then Corey uses his best judgment of which spacing option fits that best. Roberto, I need to correct you and say that my name is Charlie. I get so many people calling me Marie, and it is very confusing to me because the Charlie is clearly first. Marie has never been my name. Don't worry about it though. Everyone does it. That's a really good call out, Richard. I probably should make that change if I don't end up getting this side-by-side thing to work. Yeah, I think it is just too skinny. This is like the very smallest screen, but I think it is good to design to this size. You know, like this is a pretty skinny screen. Just looking on my mini. Yeah, I think that this just is not working. You don't have to worry, the stream will save itself afterwards. I'm gonna keep that there as like a thing to remind myself of though. Good call, Brian, good call. Okay, let's delete this for now and let's bring this in up the top like you suggested. Yeah, this will make a lot of sense because then we'll have the Leave MailChimp button underneath. At the moment, yeah, with Inside Marketing Design in particular, like, yeah, I don't know. The Webflow sponsorship that I have for that season is essentially just paying for the editing. I've maybe made a little bit from it, but yeah, it's covering the editing basically. The editing and then also my virtual assistant's time for arranging it all. Yeah. This is why I'm glad to be doing YouTube as a side hustle though, and like a side hustle that pays for itself essentially. And like, you know, there's obviously ways that I do get income from it myself, like profits, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But yeah, editing definitely cuts into those profits a lot. I'm already excited to do my next income report, and it's not for like another 6 months though. Which sponsor pays for all the plants? Do you know what? This Monstera that you see in the background, people have told me that these plants go for a lot of money these days. I bought it for 14 euros originally from the plant shop here in Spain, and it's grown a lot since then, obviously. That's awesome. Well done, Adrian. Oh, I shouldn't have grabbed that, should I? Because that's the... Oh, wait. Why am I laying this out again? I have it down here. Derp. I just need to change the text. I earn 0 from freelancing because I do not do it. But if you want to know, first of all, there is a YouTube video. Wait on. But also, if I open this up. Wow, I've not been posting many blog posts lately, have I? This is my income report, so I do these once a year in like June usually, because my like business accounting year is May, is when it ends. But yeah, you can go through here and see everything that I earned from all the different streams, and then links to the previous ones as well. Head to charliemira.com. It's on my blog. Oh, thanks. Mylene already shared that in the chat. And then these on mobile I can grab from here. Nice. These look great. Oops. Freelancing is stress lancing. Yeah. The way I see it, there's like, I get all of my, you know, design needs essentially fulfilled from my work at ConvertKit. Like, I don't need to freelance to feel fulfilled from a design perspective creatively. And I'd prefer to spend that time doing other things like making content. And writing my book, which I have not done for a while. Whoever tested a sticky CTA? We haven't tested it for mobile in particular, but I can definitely, like, that makes sense to me. I think it's on our list of things to test. We don't have a testing platform yet at the moment that is functioning correctly for us. Does this one have? There we go. So yeah, unfortunately, that's not something we've been able to do a lot of in the past year. We were using Google Optimize and basically realized that we were getting trash data from it, that it was not working, and that all the learnings we thought we were getting were incorrect. So that was a little bit disappointing. You know what? I think I'm just gonna copy these things over. But yeah, that will be something that is coming soon as well. Welcome, Joshua. Very early in the morning that you're joining us. The playlist is actually an Epidemic Sound one. I think I can share the link. Where have I worked out how to do that in the past? But I don't know if you have to have an Epidemic Sound account to play it. There we go. Maybe I need to change its name to YouTube streaming playlist, huh? I'm gonna go to whoever was talking about centered versus left align before. So here we have the text centered. Actually, here it's sort of like towing the line as to if it should be centered or not. But here, because I'm gonna like, this is gonna become like a paragraph, I'm gonna left align it. How do we find out about Optimize? So we were using Optimize, but we also have our own like data warehouse and data team. And so they were able to see from looking at our tracking on the page, because we have it fire like an event, that's the word I'm looking for, when someone was put into a bucket in Google Optimize, and people were ending up in both buckets somehow, which is not ideal, obviously. And so then we sort of just started not trusting the test, and we started looking at things like, and we saw that people who were in Google Optimize in the A bucket were clicking on a button that was only shown in the B bucket. I don't know, just there was things like that where we were like, okay, this doesn't seem to be reliable. So we're going to use VWO is what we're going to switch to. And hopefully we will have less issues with that. What are my thoughts on the 8 pixel grid? Fine. I think that like grids and rules and systems like that are there to help you out, but sometimes we can put too much, place too much importance on them. Like they're there to serve a purpose, and if they no longer serve you, or if they just get in the way, basically I'm saying rules are made to be broken. So it seems fine to me as a starting point, but I wouldn't say it's better than any other system. I think we have 8 pixel is what we base our corner radii and things on. Why don't I use Autolayout? Because I can't be bothered to set it up. It would take me longer at this point, and I don't want to do that. That's why. This one I do want to do side by side, so let's figure this out. It didn't work for the top one, but I think here I could put the little icon above, and that could help. Can you center an element inside the column of a grid? Sure, if you want to. I don't see why not. Okay, first of all, we're going to reduce the border, padding. It only just fits, doesn't it? Ooh, idea. What if instead of 2 cards here, we just have a like line running down the middle? That might serve us better. Let's see. Nope, haven't taken any online courses lately. Gotta be honest. Oops, this also should not be black. We don't ever use full black. What do I want to do here? Let me look at it on my phone. How's it going? It's looking really nice on mobile, the difference in the flat stuff and the stuff that, you know, floats. I really am quite a fan. This looks shit centered. Why did I leave that centered? That definitely needs to be left aligned. And that orphan is a shame. Okay, so looking at this, I think we could shrink the icon and possibly put it above. Ooh, also this text is all 18 pixels. That can definitely go down to 16. Okay, for these, I think I'm going to... did I just do a pass-through on them to get it to be that color? What did I do? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Yep. We'll do it here then. I won't be building this one in Webflow, so I can't do that for you. I'm sorry, Sid. But I will be next week. I thought I was going to get onto it this week, but this one I realized was like more important to focus on. Working on the design for our conference website. I think I might have talked about that in the last stream. And actually maybe I said that's what I was going to work on today, but yeah. So you'll see me do that in Webflow after first designing in Figma, which should hopefully be fun. Okay, maybe if I just reduce the space between these. Let's do 12. Can I do it on a bunch at once? Yes, good. This is gonna work, folks, I think. How do you convert your design skill into a business model? I don't know, man. Like, do freelancing? Is that what you mean? Design in and of itself is not a business model. It's a way you can earn money for a business or like help drive results for a business. This looks like it's got there we go. That's great advice, Dylan. Cool, Richard. Yeah, glad I could help. Maybe things are working fine for you. For us, we were finding that Optimize wasn't talking correctly to our data warehouse, which is what we needed to like go one step further than just looking at the designs. Does that make sense? Like, we want to see how the A/B test then ends up impacting, does someone upgrade their account or not, or whatever. So we needed it to connect to the rest of our data. Maybe it like works fine if you're not trying to do that. I don't know. What are you all going to do for the weekend? Tomorrow, me and my partner are renting a car and we're going to go on a hike, which I'm very excited about because it's nice to get out of the city. We don't do it enough. What happened there? Autolayout would definitely be helping me here if I already had it set up, but I do not. So it is not useful to me right now. Ah, damn. Okay, I didn't think about this fact that this is gonna... Oops, got caps lock on. Okay, I want to then, in this case, anchor things to the bottom so that these things stay aligned. Nice, that sounds fun, Dylan. And I agree with you. Adventures among adjectives. There is work is too much to do cleaning during the week. Joshua's getting to nature as well. Nice. Sometimes I really do envy people who can just like walk out their front door and there's nature. But then, like also tonight, I feel like we're gonna get an Indian takeaway for dinner. And I am reminded how much I like living in a city with access to literally everything right outside my door. Maybe we just force this to stack as well. Maybe that's better. That's probably better. Oh, these are black too. I just noticed that. Never. For headlines, we go with like this navy color. Nice, Mylene. I need to do some side hustle stuff as well. I think I was saying this in the last stream. Now I think it's 6 weeks until I go to New Zealand. And there's like a lot to do between now and then, because I don't want to have to be doing a lot of filming or anything while I'm there. So I want to get my content organized for February. And also there's just like, you know, things to sort out for that trip, because it's going to be a big one. First time in a long time that I've done it. So yeah, no weekends off for me, but I will be taking tomorrow off. And then I'll do some stuff on Sunday. And it's a Formula 1 weekend. So that'll be fun too. Yeah, and helper. If you go on my channel and search for, let's just type this in and see if it comes up. Here we go. Search for this, Figma 101 Challenge TV. This is an introduction video that I made for Figma. Maybe it'll help show you around. Why don't I use Autolayout? It's not that I don't use it, it's just that it wasn't set up for this design and I didn't take the time to do it. It's something that I take the time to do in components specifically, but not in if I'm just like quickly mocking up a design, you know, because it's a lot of time investment to get it set up correctly. So that'll be something that comes as part of our design system. I do have a formal education in design, but it was in like graphic design, you know, print based mostly. I did one web design and I got it with honors. And I completed that about 10 years ago, actually. I'm old. I feel like in university, Dylan, to answer your question about staying disciplined, I struggled more. Like I was definitely a leave assignments to the last minute type of person, especially if I was finding them difficult. But in general now, I am pretty good at being self-motivated. I think that's why working remote has worked out well for me. Oh, I need to add into my mock-up here, hang on. And I'm going to get rid of this because I think I've abandoned that idea completely. Where did I mock this up? This bit. I need to show what this will look like. Just putting it there as a reminder for myself right now. But yeah, going back to the university stuff, I feel like I'm glad I went to design school because, speaking of discipline, I didn't have the discipline to like teach myself design things back then. That's for sure. I needed structure. I needed, yeah, like someone to tell me what to learn. I wasn't good at figuring that out for myself. This text, man. So no regrets about going to design school for sure, but yeah. These days I think it depends on your personality type and how you learn, if I'd recommend it or not. Nah, not at all. There's call to action buttons all the way throughout, and people scroll on mobile much more than they do on desktop. So it's totally fine. Yeah, same. Adventures among adjectives. What is your name, if you don't mind me asking? Or I can just keep calling you by your handle if you prefer. What do we do on... Oh, Aaliyah, hi. I've seen you on my Twitch stream. I did not make the connection. Thanks for coming on over. Yep, it is all super relevant info, meant to preempt questions that they have. And the way the page is designed is that it's like, if this top bit is enough to convince you, great, you can go ahead and get started straight away. We've got CTA points throughout. But if you need more info, it's going to be there for you on the page as you keep scrolling. And all the headlines are written for skimming as well. This is always something that I like to do. So that if you're looking for a certain piece of information, hopefully the headline will catch your eye. Oh my god, why can't I not fucking move this frame? Mylene, what's your Twitch handle? Have I seen you in my Twitch stream as well? I felt like your name was familiar, but maybe it's just I'm thinking of it from YouTube comments. It makes me happy to think that people have come over from Twitch. Because I do think that design streams on YouTube are going to stay. But I think it's next week that we have Mandatory Fun Day, which is a day where everyone in ConvertKit has the day off work. We've been having them one Friday a month the past few months. And I am going to stream Animal Crossing, I hope. Because I think that'll be fun. And they have the new stuff that I have not played yet. Okay, let's review. And you can't see what I'm looking at because I'm doing it on my phone. I think that this would actually look better centered, so I'm going to do that. Oh, you're Sissy. Hi, Mylene. You sent me a DM about using my font on your portfolio? Cool. Okay, I will try go check it out. Do you want to send it to me again? Depending on how recently you sent it. Were there any lessons that you learned that changed the design game for you, whether it was hard to trust the process or something? Definitely trust the process. More so like, you don't, like, not everything has to look good straight away. I think that really held me back in the early phases earlier on in my career. Like wireframing, I would judge my ideas too harshly. Maybe that's a better way to say it. Don't judge your own ideas too harshly in the beginning. Oh, I already answered? Okay, good, Mylene. Good. Sorry that I didn't remember that. Yeah. Don't judge your own ideas in the early phases when you're just trying to like get ideas out there, because you could, like, that's one way to induce creative block in yourself, which isn't great. If you just let yourself put dumb stuff on paper, you're going to be more easily able to like come up with ideas, work through ideas, and yeah, get to the good stuff faster. I think people worry too much about everything being a good idea before they put it down on paper or before they put it in place in Figma. But like the only way you're going to know if it's a good idea is by getting it out there. So yeah. Okay. As I'm scrolling through. Yeah. I feel like I am happy with this where it's at. I think it's going to be absolutely fine. There's some things that I could do better, but I don't want to, I'm also really conscious of adding to the dev time, so I don't want to do that. All right, what I'm going to do next is make a new page, and this is where I put to build, so that it's really clear for Corey when he comes to this, which pages to pay attention to. Oh, I forgot I didn't lay that out yet, did I? So he doesn't like, you know, see all the mess, essentially. I think that's the only super interactive element on the page, yeah, so I'm just going to zoom into this section. So then Corey can see how I'm imagining this expanding. I'm not going to change the header on this page to yellow Dylan. I'm going to change it on, oh, I'm not in full screen mode. That's why I was getting confused. This page, nope. This page here, which is a comparison page. It has some similar elements on it, so yeah. But it's a different page that targets different keywords, specifically this like versus thing. Whereas this page I'm designing is to essentially target the keyword of, okay, how do I switch from MailChimp to ConvertKit? Okay, now let's copy these things over. What's the time? Okay, I'm fine. Nice, you're building a design system for the team to use? That's something that I have not done well at the moment, so I don't know if I have advice for you on it, but I will say that the Help Scout Inside Marketing Design episode, Matt went into loads of great details about their design system in that. I would highly recommend watching that to hear about, yeah, how they set it up. Any CRO courses or studies? What does CRO stand for? Because my mind goes to Chief Revenue Officer. And I'm sure that that is not what you meant. Glad you liked it, Joshua. Oh, conversion rate optimization. There we go. No courses. That's just been something that I've been learning about. Like through experiments, through user research. Yeah. Okay, what do I need to export? So now what I do, so yeah, Corey's gonna get this page with these details, and I need to export this image. I'm just gonna drag it over here. He will just grab the SVG of this. And these logos, I guess. I don't have the right quotes yet, so we won't have those. Cool. Well, that's going to be pretty easy. All right. Cool. I'll export these for him then. Always make a folder called exports and put stuff in it for him. What are some trends, technologies, or tools that you're keeping an eye on or excited for in the coming new year? Funny you should ask about trends, because I think I'm going to be doing another video with Webflow for like 2022 trends. Something that I've done for, I think it's been like 3 years in a row now. But I have not taken a look yet at what they've picked out as trends. So I don't know. But yeah, I will be doing that again. I'm next week on the Future Belongs to Creators podcast, which I do on the ConvertKit YouTube channel. FYI. I think I'm going to... Oops, that didn't work as I intended. I'm going to be interviewing someone about NFTs, because I just don't know a single fucking thing, like, when it comes to that. I'm, yeah, very out of my depth. How would I go about... Ooh, okay. Yeah, this is what I need to do. Oops. Concentration mode. How many revisions you make for this kind of design? Well, if we go back here, we can see this many revisions for this one. Yeah, there is no usual, really. Usually how we do it is I ask... Oh, what? Okay. Corey, as he's building, will keep an eye out for anything where he's like, if we change this to do this instead, we'd be able to... How did I get into editing mode for that before? What did I do? Sorry, distracted myself again. Yeah, he lets me know if there's compromises we could make or like tweaks we could do so that, yeah, it would work better from a dev perspective or be faster to build. So I'm always open to hearing that. How did I get into that mode? Oh, is it because I'd flattened it? Yeah, okay. Interesting. Interesting. And where do I find materials, icons, shapes, etc.? We use an icon set. I can't remember the name of it right now. We've changed it several times. And as for other shapes and things, I draw them myself mostly. Or like, you know, the other designer on the team has drawn them. This could come in still slightly. But this is again something that I want to get into our design system that's nice and tidy. Whoops, I should have named this. Always run image optimize on these things. Nice. That got a lot smaller. And I seriously think that all the rest can just be grabbed from like as SVGs. Maybe this tick I should do it myself? I don't know. All right. I think we're done. Oh, my desktop? Yeah, don't even worry about it. You want to see something even worse? Check up here, this corner, where there's so many stacked on top of each other that they've made this dark shadow. How's that make you feel? The image optimize is, well, wait, it would have just opened itself, wouldn't it? It's called Image Optim. I can't remember where I found it. I've had it, used it for years. But yeah, you can do the settings to say how much you want to squish things and optimize them. But what's really handy is that it then adds itself to services, yeah, in here. So I can just click it and it opens the app and does the squishing and resaves it. Yeah, well done, now you know. I do need to clean this up. This is what happened last time. See this folder here called Sort This Shit Out? This was all my other screenshots last time. What the fuck is Google Drive doing on the desktop? Did I not save that in my applications folder? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Yep, it's a mess. There is beauty in the chaos, exactly. That basically describes my design process, and I mean, yeah, if you could see my desk right now. I think that I'm done, folks. I think that this design is ready to be handed off to be built. I need to go now into Monday, and which is the project management tracking that we use. The front photo has protective bubble. Yep, it kind of does. Protected from the chaos. But yeah, that's what I'll do next. And then this project moves on to development. Yeah, I'm stoked that we got this done so quickly. What was today? Today was like an hour and a half. It was a 2-hour stream the other day, and I think I spent another 2 hours off stream doing it. So what's that? 5.5 hours total from start to finish on this, which is, yeah, I mean, when I say it like that, I think it's also important to note, I'm going to go back to my camera as well. It's important to note that there was time in between to sleep on a design as well, and to be like thinking about it outside of doing the work itself, which is always really important, and is time that we don't often track when it comes to design. But like if I had set 5.5 hours to do this start to finish in one day, which could have been possible, you know, like technically from a time perspective, I don't think I would have ended up with this result, because I wouldn't have had that time in between to like think about it, come back with fresh eyes, stuff like that. And especially the time, I guess I didn't include half an hour talking to the team about it as well. We got on a call the other day. But yeah, thanks to anyone new who subscribed during this stream. What's weird about YouTube other than Twitch, I feel like I don't see that stuff happening. during the stream on Twitch, you can like see when someone follows you and shout it out. But yeah, I am appreciative of everyone who did that. Yeah, we'll be back next week. Let me look at my calendar before we go. Yep, thank you, Dylan, for commenting that you were looking forward to the stream, because, I mean, maybe this is not a good thing, but I seriously feel like I can focus more while I'm streaming than if I'm just working by myself, because, I mean, I haven't checked Twitter once for the last hour and a half, and I check it way too often on a normal day. Okay, looking at my calendar. Next week, yes, next Tuesday I will be able to do a stream, which would be great. So we'll get started on the conference site. Do you want to see a little sneak of the branding for it? Here we go. This is the like experiments that Holly has been doing of taking our ConvertKit brand and applying it to the conference. I'm not a fan of the way it's been applied to the site, but that's right. Like, I'm going to work on that. But I love this here. I think this looks so cool. So we're going to do like a dark mode design with hand-drawn elements, like interacting with photos and things, which will be super fun. And yeah, it'll be just a one-page website to start with that I'll try and design on. Oh wait, thank you, Dylan. Oh my god, what an idiot. Here we go. Here's your sneak peek. I need to be able to open up OBS on the window as well. Here we go. Here we go. This is what we've got. This was the web design that I was saying is not the one for me. I think that it'll look better if we embrace the dark background. Embrace the dark. And yeah, have these cool like hand-drawn elements. Thanks for all the emoji, Galib. So I'm excited to work with this, take some photos from our past event, put it into one-page web design, and that's what we'll do on Tuesday. We'll try and get a design started and finished for the conference site on Tuesday, and then maybe next Friday we can stream the build and webflow. That is hopefully the plan. So please hold me to it. Please ask about it if you haven't heard me talk about it. Yeah, it should be super fun. Okay, going back to this now. Thank you everybody for joining us today. I appreciate you and look forward to seeing you in the next stream. Bye.